Fencing, what an exciting sport! And you were exciting as a speaker up here today, Huang Zhi. We could all sense your excitement, exhilaration when you portrayed your character in your story in order to persuade us to suit up and follow the rules and regulations. Today I'm going to evaluate you based on the points that you scored as well as the points that you could have scored. So first, points that you scored. Your story was compelling in the way that it was structured. We all could follow right from the start. You set the context right with explaining who the character was, describing him. He was a jack of all trades, he did this, he won many awards, and that was who he was. And then you went from the start all the way to the climax, whereby there was this friendly match that we all connected with, because it was something that was so engaging, and we all knew that, oh, something might have gone wrong, and something did go wrong because he was boastful, because he was overconfident. And you then bring us to the resolution of how we can and we need to follow rules and regulations in order to be careful, in order to live better. So I felt that you did bring us through the story well, and we knew the character, we knew who he was and what he did. However, those were the points that you scored, and I felt that you could increase your level and score even more points in different areas. One general area I felt you could score is how you can score in the minds of us, the audience. First, I felt you could have set the context into a more general context. What do I mean by this? General context would mean that all of us would be something, it would be something that all of us could relate to. And what could this be? Fencing relates well with you because that was what the whole story was about. But maybe you could bring it into a larger context of the Olympics, which was something that we all have witnessed in the past few months. So you could bring in examples that we might have recalled or have seen in the news, whereby a weightlifter who did not follow rules ended up injuring himself, or a diver who jumped but instead flopped and fell into the water. Bring it into a context whereby we can visualize and understand, and something that we can be familiar with. Next, I thought there are other specific areas where you can score in order to connect with the hearts of the audience and persuade us better. What do I mean by specifics? I felt like that at the end of your speech, your resolution, you ended pretty abrupt, but what you could do to make it absolutely wonderful is that you can bring into context what the lessons that the person learned, as well as lessons that we can learn when we apply not only to sports but as well as other areas in life, such as workplace, safety, or even at home when we are taking care of our kids. So these are different ways. Suit up, you have done well in different areas in your story, and suit up in order to do well and score more points and gain your level in your next speech. Back to you, contest chair.